your situation. And I will tell you, as someone who's been there, you're a hell of a lot better off to figure out a way to find a good attitude with this mess, or you're sunk. And I know that because I have a good attitude and I have been struggling lately. But anyway, I should have done this the other day, but I just didn't think about it. Everything's been so chaotic this week with the power outage and the storms, and they're still trying to dig out the city of Fairbanks, and it's nuts. Today was only the second time I've been out since we had the big storm. And it's funny because other people who had been out are like, oh, the roads are just so good. The roads are not good. They're just better than they were. But yeah, they're just a solid sheet of ice. DOT's done a great job. They got, I'm assuming it's on the grader, but they've got equipment out there, and I'm screwing this up. It's got teeth, so they're making ruts into the ice so that we can get some traction. But it's not usually like that, so it's very strange. And you can't see any lane lines, and yeah, it's very weird out there. But anyway, happy New Year's Eve. I hope everybody is going to be responsible. Please do not drink and drive. A taxi cab or an Uber is a hell of a lot cheaper than paying for an attorney to defend your ass from a drunk driving. Plus, if you killed somebody, you gotta live with that shit. So please be responsible. Now, on that note, let's talk about some of the health benefits of champagne. I am a bubbly girl. I have a bubbly personality. I like bubbly drinks. I really do. I drink Prosecco, which is Italian champagne, but I just love it. And I think it's really hard to be cranky when you have a glass of bubbly. I almost said a bottle. That sounds really bad. A glass of bubbly in your hand. This information is from the Evening Standard in the United Kingdom. I almost said the United States. Whew. 7 health benefits of champagne. Number 1, it can help prevent dementia. There's some research out of Pittsburgh that found that drinking a glass of champagne or two, a glass or two a day, which is pretty generous, that can cut your risk of dementia almost in half. And you know what? I had forgotten about that. So guess what? I am going to get back into my Proseccos. If you're over 40, which, yeah, I am, that's when the decline starts. So pop a cork and enjoy. Number 2, champagne can help lower the risk of diabetes. A 2009 Canadian study showed that wine, including champagne, can lower your risk of diabetes by 13%. That's a pretty significant number. Number 3, it's low calorie. Red and white wines, I almost couldn't say that word. Red and white wines average about 120 calories per glass. Champagne only has 80. That's much better. Excuse me. Number 4, it's a mood booster, because again, how the hell can you be cranky when you literally got bubbles in your hand? I just don't understand that. But seriously, the magnesium, potassium, and zinc in champagne, they're all mood boosters. Number 5, it helps keep you sharp. What? According to a University of Columbia study, they found that champagne contains proteins that are excellent for your short-term memory. Hi, Karen. Happy New Year, honey. It's good to see you. Are you all doing anything in Lafayette this evening? I ain't doing nothing. I know this is like super early, and I probably screwed myself on as far as audience, but I just wanted to get done before everybody went out. Because all of a sudden I'm like, wait a minute, I'm talking about champagne on New Year's Eve, but I waited until it's going to be so late for everybody. Yeah, well, what can I say? As for champagne keeping you sharp, there's also a 2013 Reading University study that said as few as 3 glasses of champagne a week can help improve your short-term memory. I really need that. Number 6, it can improve your heart health. It's made from both red and white grapes, so it contains the same antioxidants. These antioxidants prevent damage to the blood vessels, reduce bad cholesterol. Yes, I'm completely reading. I'm sorry. It's just been a day. And prevent blood clots. As a result, your risk of heart illnesses and stroke are lower. Now I got to tell you guys, a little side note here. If you've been fortunate enough to not have your life impacted by stroke, you are a very fortunate person indeed. My aunt passed away from a series of strokes And right about the time she had her strokes, a friend of mine's mom had a series of strokes. Well, her mom survived, and at first I was mad about that, but you know, my aunt got the better end of the deal. My friend's mom is a complete invalid. She can't speak. She's completely reliant on other people for her care. And you know, I know my aunt well enough. But sorry, I was just looking at some scarves that she had given me, and they're in this fabric, like, I don't know how else to describe it. It's like a fabric envelope, but of course when I opened it, fabrics retain smell, and I could smell her perfume and stuff, and I did that right before I got on, so I'm a little. But if having a few glasses of champagne a week is going to help lower that risk, then damn it, I'm in. I also got to see dementia up close and personal, and that sucks even more. Again, a few glasses of bubbly. It makes me happy anyway, and it's got all these benefits, so why the hell not? Again, you got to remember, though, that moderation is key. Number 7, final point. Champagne is good for your sex drive. Of course, we all know booze lowers your inhibitions, but that's not it. Most alcohol can leave you with no energy or lack of blood flow, which is kind of needed for arousal. But champagne, it doesn't sap your energy like most alcohols, and you feel the effects a lot faster. I don't know why. I've noticed that. Bubbly and red wine both hit me super, super, super fast. But bubbly definitely, of course, I can't say that. I don't drink enough red wine to make a comparison, because I just don't care for this stuff. But you know what? I can get pretty much all the benefits out of red wine I can get out of champagne, which I adore. So quick recap, and I'm going to jump off. Number 1, champagne can help prevent dementia. You just need a glass or 2 a day. If you're over 40, you really should consider it. It can help lower your risk of diabetes by up to 13%. It's low calorie. There's only 80 calories in a glass versus 120 for an average glass of wine. It's a mood booster. I mean, come on, bubbles. Bubbles and polka dots are two things that they're just happy to me. But there's magnesium, potassium, and zinc in champagne, and those are actually mood boosters. It helps keep you sharp, which I know it sounds crazy, but it has proteins that are good for your short-term memory. Sorry, I'm really itchy. It's so dry here, so I'm just gonna be itchy the rest of the winter. That's just the way it goes. It may be good for your heart health. If it can help prevent a stroke, hell, it's worth a shot, you know? And it can increase your sex drive. I don't know really anybody who doesn't want that. So on that note, I hope y'all have a safe and wonderful weekend. I got to tell you, I am so far past the age of going out for New Year's Eve, and it's been really funny. I've noticed on my social media feed, most of the people in my age group, nobody's really talking about going out tonight. Everybody's talking about staying home and going to bed early, because that's what you do when you get to be my age. But anyway, y'all take care. Look, I'm obviously not an expert on this. Oh, I know one thing I need to mention. Some friends of mine and I are doing a 100-day belly dance challenge. We start tomorrow. This is a commitment. Yes, it's a long commitment of 100 days, but most of the workouts are literally just a minute or 2 a day. There's a few notable exceptions, but most of them are super, super short. The lady whose YouTube channel, and I subscribe to her Patreon too because I love her, but she put out this dance challenge earlier this year, and I did the whole thing. I was really proud of myself. I didn't miss a single day, no matter what was going on in my life. And if you follow me on Twitter, you know I've had a pretty flipping chaotic year. But I'm doing it again with a group of friends. If you'd like to join us, hit me up on Twitter at Alaskan Courtney and just say, I'm in the dance challenge, and I'll add you to the list. If you don't follow me on Twitter, you probably aren't seeing this, so I guess that's a moot point. But if you're on Haps and you're seeing this, please subscribe to my channel. I will be back Monday, probably at 5 o'clock Alaska time. I jumped on early just because I wanted to get this done in case somebody could hear it before they went out. It's just been one of those days. I hope y'all have a great weekend, though. Take care, and I will see you.